This video is made for adult collectors because I started this intro in 2022.
Welcome to the mysterious world of shattered glass, a world of evil Autobots and heroic Decepticons.
The Transformers!
The evil shattered glass Goldbug and Blur wreak tyranny across the galaxy, but they are no match for heroic shattered glass Megatron and Starscream. And now you can control the battle with all new shattered glass Jetfire. Is he on the side of good or the side of evil? Only you decide.
If you can ever fucking get one. So, Shattered Glass is a movie with Hayden Christensen, but it's also an exclusive Transformers subline from BotCon that features the heroic Decepticons fighting against the evil Autobots. And in 2021, they decided to reboot the line with a series of Hasbro Pulse exclusive figures. And since Christmas and New Year's have come and gone like Fortress Maximus, I figure what better way to get back into the reviewing mood than turning it all upside down. This was a pretty good finale, by the way. So drop whatever it is you're doing and let's get ready to rumble.
It's time to jack in. It's time to jack off.
Tired of being what you want me to be. Feeling so faithless, lost under the surface.
So about a year before they revamped the Shattered Glass line, they released a 2-pack for the Generation Selects line of Shattered Glass Optimus and Ratchet. Starting with Prime, this is an obvious repaint of the Earthrise Optimus, which unfortunately means he does not scale with the current 86 Optimus.
You're shorter than I expected.
The gun he came with was just terrible though, so I replaced it with this one. Along with this axe and these repro labels that I haphazardly put on to give him a Scourge type vibe. I don't know, I might just take them off after the video uploads. But this mold also has its fair share of problems. The fingers feel kind of stiff, the chest doesn't want to tab all the way in, and I'm scared to open the Matrix chamber because the left pec is floppy. Like, I understand the crack on the windshield, but don't make me worried I'm gonna crack the actual plastic. But don't worry, we'll do plenty of cracking when we get to Flame War.
Wood.
Here he is with Nemesis Prime, my last review. Here he is with Power Master Prime, hopefully my next review. And here he is next to Nova Prime, his biblically accurate upgrade.
And what about me? Am I becoming one of your angels?
Nice.
Here he is in alt mode. It's the standard Optimus alt mode, except...
What if it was purple?
And that also applies to only one side of the Matrix. The other side is just plastic Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew or crab juice?
Oh, jeez. I'll take a crab juice.
And I'll take another purple Prime that soured on me as I was making this video. Moving on to the 2 of this pack, we have Shattered Glass Ratchet, and man did they fuck up the Siege Vanette mold in Earthrise. Like, if the Siege Ironhide mold was Numb by Linkin Park, then the Earthrise one is the shitty Encore version with Jay-Z that they used in Titanfall.
Oh my god, it's Beyonce!
Like, do they really need a parts-forming tanning bed as an essential part of this figure? Because the figure looks fine without it, but you cannot make it look good in robot mode. But in the inverse, you need it for vehicle mode, otherwise it looks like this. And even when you have this piece on, it still has visible robot shoulders in the windows and visible robot feet on the back. Like, now I know why all the versions of this figure were exclusive. Because if the ambulance saving me looked like this, I would say death was a more preferable fate. Fortunately, this figure got soloed by the 86 years later.
Where's that damn 4th Chaos Emerald?
But now to start off the line proper, we have Shattered Glass Blur, which is just a darker repaint of the 86 Blur, only where this one had the Ozempic face, this one has a bad case of Joker pencilitis.
Well, I'm the Joker, baby.
It looks pretty good, but in terms of Blur remolds, my heart will always belong to the IDW version. This flap on the arm is loose on my copy, but your copy should have no problem transforming into this suave little car. I love the lightning decals, I love the weapon storage, and he just looks super unique compared to other car deluxes. And I love him for that. And speaking of weapons, he's got this thing to weld stuff and this thing to shoot stuff. I mean, what can I say? He's a jack of all trades.
Come on, I want you to do it, I want you to do it. Come on, hit me. Hit me. Come on, hit me.
Mine may have a bad arm, but this is not a bad figure and not a bad start for the Shattered Glass line. Let's see what the next figure's got.
The age of crimes has ended. No more false prophets!
I'm stupid! I'm stupid!
Wish I could feel like a gold bug at my old age. I feel like a piece of shit.
What else can I say about this figure? What else do I need to say about this figure that hasn't been said already? The Earthrise Cliffjumper mold is one of the most maligned molds of the 2020s, and I was personally fine with it until we got the 86 Bumblebee. Then I was like, here he is with a buzzworthy gold bug, and I'm kind of disappointed that this one didn't also turn into a beetle. But while this is not a bug and also not fully gold, this one falls apart on me easily, so the other one gets the point. And just like that, I've already run out of things to say. I guess I could mention how the Shatterglass Bumblebee looks like bug bites.
I'm cooler than that.
Here he is with the Prime, going from one outdated mold to another. And that's really all I can think of to say, other than, of course, Perspective End was right. The paint on this thing does kind of make it look like a penis.
Oh, whoops! Oh, I dropped my monster condom that I used for my Magnum Dom.
Behold the eternal glory of Jetfire!
I actually bought the upgrade kit for the Shattered Glass Jetfire at around the same time I bought the upgrade kit for the normal one, because I thought by that time I'd have both of them. Unfortunately, Shattered Glass Big Daddy.
That's like what? It's like 18 toys in one.
Okay, this figure is sort of when the line started to break away from the Shattered Glass theme, because it's Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus, but it's also this guy, who is also this guy.
And it's also a mobile game.
So this is Magna Convoy from the Magna. I don't really know that much about him because I didn't read it, but he looks pretty cool. But he combines with all of this bullshit to become Delta Magnus from the IDW, who I would also know next to nothing about had it not been for the basics video. And I think he looks pretty good next to his Ultra brother, but his arms are too short so he can't damn open the Matrix. But he can hold all this stuff to become fully armed and ready to defend Autobot City. You can also put the Matrix on the sword, and you can give him this head to become the true Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus. That has a face that only Emperor Palpatine would consider an improvement.
He's too dangerous to be left alive.
I'm too weak. Oh, don't kill me, please. It's not the Jedi way. He must live.
Please don't. No!
Alt mode is a piece of shit with his hand sticking out. And I don't feel like making the trailer anymore out of risk of breaking the tabs. Gunmetal Gray on the torso is pretty cool though, take notes, Mando. But as far as cheap remolds go, he's not too bad, and I will be displaying him as my Delta Magnus from here on out. You know, considering my only other option is $195.
Henceforth, you shall be known as
Cylon Jiggy.
I'm not leaving before I've seen it drop the base.
This is a straight repaint of the Kingdom Legacy 86 blaster mold, but that was a pretty fire mold, so I'm not complaining. It's got intricate boombox detailing, clever weapon storage with the gun as the antenna, and a working cassette button that plays the opening riff to Baker Street. He comes with one cassette tape cast in this beautiful clear red plastic that doesn't show up good on film. But in robot mode, I guess it shows up a lot better. So this frenzy looking fuck is the Shattered Glass version of Rewind. And if regular Rewind is gay, I guess that means the reverse Rewind is homophobic.
Good for you. By the way, we're all so happy for you. Hey.
Here's Blaster in robot mode, and that is a lot of gray. But there's also black, purple, blue, and red that more than make up for it. The head is disappointing though, I want the cool visor from the comics. His finger is shaped like this to press the button again, only in robot mode it plays 2 phones.
I got 2 phones, one for the plug and one for the load.
Here he is next to Blaster and Billy, no I'm not joking. And here he is next to my core class Sound Blaster, or as the show called him, New Soundwave.
Galvatron has reused some of Soundwave's parts, along with some other new parts, and has reconstructed another Soundwave, and renamed him New Soundwave.
Overall, Shattered Blaster is a good repaint that just misses the mark of being a great one. What can I say except play it again, Blaster?
I am gay.
Okay, the next 2 figures straight up just aren't Shattered Glass. So to give a bit of a history lesson, Slicer is a character who was released as a repaint of the Action Master Wheeljack. He eventually got a new figure exclusive to the Collectors Club, and that figure became the basis for Shattered Glass Wheeljack. So when they brought the Wheeljack mold to the Shattered Glass line, of course they slapped a Decepticon sticker on him and called him Slicer. Why wouldn't they?
You've been hoodwinked!
Could you stop singing for 1 moment?
No, I can. I wish I could, but 3 years ago, 1 month today.
So just like the Delta Magnus, this guy's Shattered Glass status is kinda but not really. But as far as obscure repaints of Wheeljack go, this guy is not too bad. Unless your copy has bad paint splotching on the chest like mine. He comes with 2 new guns based on the Collectors Club release. You can have him hold him normally, or you can put him on his back like this. That's pretty cool, I guess. And he comes with a whole ass other guy. This is Exosuit, a repaint of Earthrise Fast Track, whose only purpose is to become weapons and armaments for Slicer.
You got direction on key. You got your hand rope hole. It supports converting to TV.
Here he is with some other Action Masters, I guess. Here he is in vehicle mode, I guess. And here he is armored up with the exosuit bits that leave you with...
Brother, help me!
Overall, Slicer is a character I struggle to say anything about. But unlike Venom, where I felt nothing towards him, these guys have a whole history that is more interesting for me to talk about than the figures themselves. But I'd still recommend this set if you like the Action Masters and you can find it at a cheap price.
Well, while we're here, we might as well rave about it.
The Legacy Bulkhead and RC were more disappointing than my saw. Okay, I kinda get what they were doing with the Bulkhead, trying to translate this round design into the blockiness of G1. But I still think he looks more like Heatwave than our resident secret genius fat ass.
According to his file, he scored higher than any Cybertronian scientist on his space bridge aptitude test.
But while the Bulkhead was trying to make one shape into another, the RC was just getting the shape completely wrong. The legs are the wrong shape, the arms are the wrong shape, the boobs are the wrong shape, and that is just not the bike she turned into in the show. Plus, they retooled her into Femboy Road Rocket, so now she's saddled with his star instead of getting her own weapons. This was an upgrade, kid. It doesn't count. I mean, I guess it's cool that we got a Prime RC, but that doesn't change the fact that I wasn't happy with the one we got. So we can safely assume that the straight-up repaint of her that is Flame War
Is a masterpiece. Oh, look at the graphics on that. Look at the graphics on that game.
Like, I'm not kidding when I say that this fixes all of the problems I had with the RC. And the way it blends elements from all of Flame War's past iterations makes me feel like it was always meant to be her figure instead. Whether she's going undercover for the Council, plundering for treasure with the Star Raiders, or just doing grunt work for Megatron, this is a girl who knows how to get it done.
If you think you can graduate from this school without kissing my cock,
You are correct, sir.
There is a lot of painted detail on this figure that just pops against the black plastic. The dual painted head crest, the flame decals and red Decepti badge, the various reds, yellows, and purples. Even this deep purple light piping on the windshield and on the back of the head, I think that's really cool. Also, I gave her a Star Raiders womb tattoo because she strikes me as the type of character who would do that.
Let it hang, sister!
She comes with this thing, it can do this and this both badly. And she also comes with this.
Bird.
Which you can transform to a makeshift crossbow. And I don't blame her, Daryl's my favorite character too. Here she is with her gal pals from the comics. And I could make a joke about gals being pals, but like in the Bumble Jumper review, neither of their hands can reach her ass.
If I swung that way, I could do better than her.
Transformation is a lot more satisfying. Everything feels tighter than the previous mold. By which I mean the joints. It clicks together more satisfyingly and it results in an alt mode that just looks way better with this paint scheme.
I gotta ask, one hedgehog to another. Who does your highlights?
By the way, I accidentally made this happen when I was trying to get Shadow into the motorcycle. Yeah, I don't even think I need to explain what this looks like. Joking aside, I haven't actually seen very much of Flame War's appearances in the comics, but the vibe I get from her is no fucks given in the best way possible. A fighter, a lover, and a rocker who's always there to say the most out-of-pocket shit when you least expect it.
Anal is good.
What else can I really say other than... As someone who's really excited for the 86 Soundwave, I still have a place in my heart for the Earthrise one. It was a pretty decent retool for what it was, and nothing can truly erase that. And thanks to the Shattered Glass version, now we don't have to.
Say goodbye to everything, you stupid dumbass.
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
This is a match worthy of Jake Paul. In the left corner, we got Rodimus Unicronus, and in the right corner, we got Wheeljack. But Lubsy, you just reviewed a Shattered Glass Wheeljack. The box art on the figure says Sideswipe.
I don't care.
This is an Armada Wheeljack repaint. I'm gonna call it as such.
Cry about it.
Like, I'm not exaggerating when I say that most of this figure's identity, from the face to the scar to the swords, are all predicated on that original Wheeljack toy. Which makes you wonder why they didn't just release the regular Wheeljack first with the correct colors wind shear, but I digress. Wrong Colors Wind Shear is actually pretty good. He's one of the better mini-cons I've gotten in a while. Here he's with a Headmaster, a Micromaster, and a Power Master. Next video, by the way. And he turns into a miniature stealth bomber that I think looks really cool. You can fold the legs the other way to reveal a 5mm port that you can put on Wheeljack's back and have it do nothing. But for some dumbass reason, they made the peg on the rocket too short to fit in the launcher, and I dropped it behind the TV.
You what?
Transformation is your standard Siege Sideswipe conversion, but with the added step of the swords going into these slots.
That's about it.
And the resulting vehicle mode looks like this. I don't know, is there really anything I can say about this figure that I can't save for my Sideswipe video? He's just one of those repaints that inspires nothing in me. So let's finish off the opening act and get right to the headliner.
The idea of Batman is that he is a man, he is Batman, and he is real.
Forgive me, but to me you've been dead for centuries.
So in order to properly explain the mavity of this character, I'm going to play the very first video I ever made as Lubsy. Enjoy.
How are you so much more powerful than me?
Because Vegeta, a rose by any other name, is still Goku.
Because this clearly is the Shattered Glass Rodimus, but those of us who survived the shitty Combiner Wars web series will also recognize this paint scheme as Rodimus Unicronus. So basically Overlord found the Matrix of Chaos and put it in a badly wounded Hot Rod and turned him into this. And then for the whole season, Overlord's like, I think we're gonna have to kill these people, Rodimus.
Fuck yeah!
Look, we all know the show was terrible, but I especially don't like how they brainwashed a literal Prime again. Like, Rodimus has been through the fucking ringer since his inception. I don't want to add more fuel to the fire by making him go the Darth Vader route. I would have just kept it simple, made him a nemesis of Rodimus. A clone with all of Rodimus's snark and charm, except totally evil. And the kind of character who willingly would listen to Unicron instead of being his possessed arch enemy. But I digress. He comes with these two guns so he can John Wick his way through enemies. But you can really give him whatever kind you like. Don't get the low caliber ones. He comes with these flame effects that you can put on the hands and make him look like he's fighting with flaming arm blades. I think that's really cool. His right hand can flip into a welding tool, and his left hand flips into a port that you can put the saw on, and you can be like,
Whose soul is
And you can flip down his visor and do this. And let's not forget his final accessory. He also comes with the very source of his power, the Matrix of Chaos. The Primes were quite right to trust you with this, Amalgamus. Vehicle mode is pretty cool too. It looks like something Ozzy Osbourne would drive. Rest in peace, by the way.
Sharon, the kids have turned into the husbands.
Oh, they're there, dear. Go back to sleep.
Overall, if you're gonna get this set, get it for Rodimus Unicronus. He is such a cool looking character that I wish they did more and better things with. Also, I ship him with Flame War, because why not?
She's crazy, but she's mine. Damn, I lose my mind. She's dancing every night, singing sha-la-la-la-la. Crazy, but she's mine. Damn, I lose my mind.
Me Grimlock, no bozo, me king.
Honestly, that's all you really need for this figure. The 86 Grimlock is one of the greatest figures of all time, and this is him in Trypticon colors with an IQ the size of Jupiter.
Excellent.
Here he is in Dino mode, and what else can I say except don't ever talk to me or my son again.
That's not a pause. That's an adventure pause.
This is beginning to
Honestly, as much as I've given this line shit for its missteps, and believe me, there are missteps, I still think it did a good job of giving the Shattered Glass concept the time in the spotlight that it needed. But did it truly succeed at that when Delta Magnus, Slicer, and Flame War weren't even Shattered Glass? What should take precedent, making sure the figures are good or making sure they go along with the theme? The answer to that is... I think this video might actually be hypnotic at this point. This has been a Lubsy video, and just wake me when there's a Shattered Glass Jetfire under 150.